In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys all my tips and tricks for using this little guy. A lot of my friends and family lately have actually been using or trying out this little cup, and a lot of them have had several questions / issues that I feel like I could address for everybody in this video. And if you get grossed out easily, I would suggest just don't watch this video because I'm just gonna try and give you guys my best tips and they're kind of gross. Tip number 1 is how to fold the cup to get it in. So what I do with my cup is I push in the top and I fold it into this U shape, and you want to like fold it down all the way to the bottom, and then it looks like that, and that's how I get mine in the easiest. Some people do it where they push the top all the way in like this, and then it kind of becomes like this little scoop looking thing, but I don't know, I never tried it that way, and it worked with the U, so I just went with it. Tip number 2, you want to make sure that you get it up far enough. It's a little bit longer than you think it is, but not so long that you're gonna lose this little thing. So if you're not that long on the inside, so as much as this moves up, it won't get stuck in there, like 9 times out of 10. I'm not a doctor, okay, but it's probably not gonna get stuck. Once you get it in though, you wanna move your finger around the outside of the cup to make sure that it has like expanded and opened up all the way, so that it kind of like vacuum seals so that nothing, gets out. Tip number 3, like I said, it will probably go up farther than you think that it should, but it won't get stuck. And if it does move up during your day or while you're sleeping, you can use your muscles to push it back down. So I actually looked up what they said on their website specifically. The brand that I have is called a Diva Cup, but there's lots of different brands, and I haven't tried out any other brand, but they're very all like similar. This is what the website actually says. Use your stomach muscles, kind of like you're having a bowel movement, and to push down the Diva Cup. So once you're like, if it gets too far up, just use your pelvic floor muscles and kind of push it back down. You can even like squat down if you want, which kind of leads into my 4th tip, which is the best place to put it in or remove it is in the shower. So that's typically what I try to do at night, is to take it out and clean it and then put it back in the shower. And if it seems like it's getting stuck, you can kind of squat down and that will make it come down a little bit more so it's easier to grab. And there's actually a little tip on this. So if you can reach the little tip, then you can kind of pull the tip, like pull it down just a little bit, and then you can grab the bottom easier and then start to pull it out. The 5th tip that I have is once you get a hold of it, you don't want to just try to like pull it out while it's all open like this. You want to kind of like press in a little bit so that the vacuum releases, and so that you can kind of refold the cup almost and take it out that way, because if you try to pull it out when it's completely expanded, it's gonna hurt a little bit, so I would not suggest doing that. Tip number 6, I think I'm on, is that you can actually wear this for up to 12 hours. Sometimes I wear mine longer than that. I don't really have a heavy period, so it doesn't bother me to wear it for a little bit longer, but the website says 12 hours. And so you can put it in the morning and then take it out at night and clean it, and you are pretty much good to go for your whole day, which is super, super nice. And then you're good to go all night, which is also, again, really nice to not have to worry about it. Tip number 7 is gonna be to wear a panty liner while you're getting the hang of this. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it took me like 2 or 3 periods to kind of really understand how to make it work perfectly for me and make sure that there weren't any leaks anymore. So give it time. If you're gonna try this, you really need to be patient with it, because it's a little bit of a learning curve because everybody is so different. But once you get the hang of it, I promise you it's well worth it. It saves you so much time and money, and it's way less pollution. But while you're learning, you might want to use a panty liner so that you don't ruin your favorite underwear in the process. That's what I did when I first started. My 8th and final tip is the 3 toilet paper method, which sounds a little bit weird, but let me explain. So if you're not going to take this out while you're in the shower, which I would say is probably the best option because it's just all in one cleaning, would be to get 3 separate like rolls, like bundles of toilet paper ready to go to the bathroom, clean yourself, take out the cup, wipe yourself off, and then go to the sink, rinse it out, clean it with some soap and water, and then go back, put it back in, and then you can wipe again. So that's how I like to do it, because once you start this process, it gets a bit messy. So having the toilet paper already rolled out beforehand helped me a lot with making it just a way more efficient process and not feeling like I'm getting everything gross. Those are my basic tips for you guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to ask you about it. But my biggest tip would be to just be patient with this whole process. It is a big big learning curve, especially if you're going from like pads to this or tampons to this. It just takes a little bit of trial and error. So just be patient, it's well worth it in the end. Let me know if you have tried this before or if you have any tips that I didn't cover in this video. I'd love to hear them down in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye. Let's get this show on the road, peeps. My favorite tips? These are my only tips. I don't have any favorite tips.